Uh, yeah, used your numbers and went on.
Yeah.
Got the other information.
Yeah. So then I had spelled it out phonetically. Number 9, I had spelled it out phonetically.
Okay.
It's ribbage, not like whatever that Reebok or whatever that looks like.
Yeah, I had them both on the roster when I initially did it, and I'm like, okay, for some reason ribbage isn't on this.
Yeah, no, that's how it's pronounced.
Yeah,
So,
I
yeah.
figured that out. I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
now I see what's going on.
Yeah,
Tell me, number 5's last name again. Thao. Hugh Tao. I'm gonna try to get that right. I could not get that in my head.
I know, we were kind of laughing at it watching.
Ta. Oh, it's Rody, not Road.
Yeah, it's Rody.
Rody. Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to tonight's game, Cassville versus New Heights Christian. We are just about ready for kickoff. We are going to try to do a mobile stream here on the iPad and then also record to try to get a little bit better video feed. And I'll post that video later. If there's any complications, go ahead and try to text me if you're tuning in. Cassville won the game on Saturday. We played in the Greenwood Classic, 5-1. A couple starters were missing for the New Heights Christian Cougars. Michael Perigin and Max Enretter. They're back tonight. Let's get to the live video on our video board here. Trying to match up these videos so that they look the same on both broadcasts. It is a warm night tonight, 91 degrees at kickoff. Looks like the Wildcats have the opening kick. Cougars have changed up their formation a little bit. They have Bennett Thomas on the back line, on the left fullback, Brandon Schumacher as the right fullback. Edgar Nito and Nixon Meningus as center backs. Edgar is going to play kind of a stopper role, almost like a second defensive mid. And then Nixon Meningus is going to play a sweeper. At least in theory, that's what they'll try to do under pressure. But they also are going to play two defensive mids. So Gavin Dole has moved up to a defensive mid position to try to get a little bit more in the attack. Ben Schumacher is the other defensive mid. Hudson Clevenger has moved back to that attacking mid. And Michael Perigin has come up top for the Cougars to be a little bit more dynamic as a striker. All right, the Wildcats play the first kick out on the sideline, so it's a throw-in for the Cougars. Brandon Schumacher takes the throw up to Clevenger. Evan Hudson plays it over the top. Chase back to the middle. Perigin's able to win it. Perigin out on the run, being defended, gets a touch on the ball into the box. Perigin still chasing 3 defenders by the Wildcats and played out early corner kick opportunity for the Cougars. As we said, the Wildcats won the game 5-1 on Saturday. The Cougars did get plenty of opportunities in the box. Wildcats were taking a lot of goal kicks, but the Cougars just couldn't find the back of the net. Ben Schumacher there to take the corner, spinning ball in. Clevenger gets a head on it, but not enough to get it on frame, and that goes out of bounds. It will be a goal kick for the Wildcats. Wildcats restarted out of the back. Perigin up top to pressure. Played to the wide side. That's number 7, Rody. Rody being defended by Hamlin. Played back to the back line for number 20, Cade Williams. Switch to the field over to Driscoll. Noah Driscoll on the ball, stolen by Nelson. Nelson carries to the corner, still on the ball, gets into the box. Driscoll chips it away, and Nelson gets called for the extra push. Be a free kick for the Wildcats. Ball sent back to the middle of the field. First touch by number 11, Burgos. Dole defending. Over to the near side for Ribbage. Brandon Schumacher's able to win it back. Makes the first move through, plays it, but nobody's there to connect, and Williams steals. Ribbage back on the ball, switch across the field. Hamlin's there, gets the touch, tries to play it through on the one touch to Perigin. Cleared away by Blankenship. Back to Hamlin. To Clevenger over the top into the box for Perigin, but too heavy. And the keeper, Wingo's there to scoop it up. Wingo with his left foot side spinning the ball to the far side. Looks like that's going to drift out of play at the midline. It'll be a throw for the Cougars. Bennett Thomas over there to take the throw. Thomas and Schumacher have already switched sides after that early set. Perigin's able to turn, takes the shot from deep, and off the mark, goal kick again for the Wildcats. So Wildcats kind of play a low set, and then they rely on their transition opportunities to get out on a counterattack. Williams plays the driving ball into the middle. Ben Schumacher gets the first touch, plays it up. Number 5, Tao steals. Tao. Schumacher over to Hamlin. Hamlin back into the middle, plays it with his left. Perigin's there, but too heavy, and Wingo comes off the line to grab it. Wingo again with his left, better punt this time to the middle of the field. Edgar Nito's there, heads it down to Schumacher. Schumacher across to Dole. Dole touching up ahead, is able to win position. Still on the ball, drops it back to the back line for Nito. Nito, good one touch to Schumacher to clear space. Back to Meningus on the back line. Meningus makes a touch. Over to Nito, goes through to Dole. Dole into the middle. Hamlin's chasing. Perigin comes to the ball to win it. Being defended by number 19, that's Blankenship. Perigin on the run, cuts it back. Still making a move, gets into the box. Blankenship defending. Perigin sends it over the backside for Nelson. Nelson tries to take it out of the air and can't control it on mark. Goal kick again for the Wildcats.
Hey, that's the right idea, Liam. One time, that's good.
Similar setup to the game on Saturday where the Cougars dominated possession early. Didn't result in any goals, though, and the Wildcats got some transition opportunities to score. Ball back in the middle. Ribbage comes back for the Wildcats. Clevenger chases back as Dole drifts. Ball into the middle of the field. Meningus steps. Nato clears it out, deflected off Meningus' foot into the middle. Played up top. Williams and Perigin chase for the ball. Perigin's able to win it in the middle of the field with some space. Has one coming from behind. That's number 11, Burgos. Plays it up to Hamlin, cleared away by the back line, number 13, Hinson. Back into the middle. Nato over to Schumacher. Ben Schumacher plays it wide to Hamlin. Hamlin's able to hold. Tries to play it through Hinson. Deflected away. Still pressure for the ball. Hinson plays it with his left. Ben Schumacher's there to steal. Schumacher down the line. Gets a step. Still on the ball. Looks to send it across on the ground. And Hinson gets a touch. Cleared away into the middle for the Wildcats. Into an attack. That's Burgos on the ball. Played through. Meningus is able to step and win it. Back to Tao. Tao wide to Ribbage. Being defended by Meningus. Ribbage across the field. Thomas is there. Heads it back into space. Meningus steps. Gives it to Clevenger. Clevenger making a move. Nelson leaks out down the line, and Clevenger plays it wide to the corner for Nelson to chase. Still in play. Nelson being defended, gets a move. Nelson into the box, plays it across with his right. Nobody there to track. Schumacher's coming on the ball. He gets a touch. Schumacher looking for a move, tries to cut it back, being defended by number 35, Driscoll. Over to Perigin, who takes the strike, but can't get it on frame. Goal kick again for the Wildcats. Williams takes the goal kick this time, backspinning ball in the middle. Schumacher first with his chest. Driscoll gets it. Played wide by number 11, Burgos. Up ahead to Ibarra, or to Harros. Across the corner, Meningus goes to ground. Harros on the end line and is able to win, actually out of bounds first, so it's a goal kick for the Cougars. 33 minutes left in the first half, no score. Gavin Dole comes back to take the goal kick for the Cougars. Dole backspinning ball to the far side for Hamlin. Hamlin and number 13, Hinson, challenge for the ball. Hamlin's able to win it over the top. Plays it to Perigin, deflected off of Perigin's heel. And back in the middle of the field for a Tau. Clevenger comes to challenge. Over to Thomas, gets it back to Schumacher with space. Schumacher tries to play it through, deflected by Tau. Hamlin down the line to the edge and cleared off of Hamlin, out of bounds. Goal kick again for the Wildcats. Restart of play over to number 24, Noah Driscoll. Plays it to Ribbage. David Ribbage across the top. Nobody's over there for the Cougars. Harros out alone. Takes the shot, but can't get it on frame. Goal kick for the Cougars. Cougars just got caught out of position there on the backside. And into an attack for the Wildcats. Cougars are rethinking their positioning here as Edgar Nito comes back to take the goal kick. Nito backspinning ball into the middle. First touch by Tau. Clevenger's able to get it back. Gets it down with his chest. Clevenger looking at Nelson on the far side, or on the near side. Perigin giving him instruction, looking for Nelson wide. Nelson back into the middle for Perigin, leaves it for Clevenger. Clevenger sets up the shot. And good strike, goes through, and Wingle's able to get back on top of it before it goes in the goal. Wingo punts it away, side spinning ball to the middle. Thomas and number 7, Rhodey, challenged for the ball. Still fight for the ball. Rhodey's able to win it. Thomas defending. Played across the box. Meningus, good step to knock that down. Schumacher's able to get to it. Ben Schumacher plays it down the line for Perigin to connect. First touch by Blankenship and able to clear away. Ben Schumacher on the run, gets it back in the middle field, plays it across, stolen away by number 11, Burgos. All the way back to Cade Williams. Williams up ahead. Clevenger steps in, is able to win it. Clevenger fights through some traffic. Does the Maradona. Still on the ball. Over the top for Nelson into the box. And Nelson can't get a touch on it. Well defended. Wingo gets in there to scoop it up. Good punt all the way up into the attacking third for the Wildcats. Meningus comes up to head it away. Ball's loose. Harros and Schumacher challenged for the ball. And foul called on Schumacher. It will be a free kick for the Wildcats. See if we can see what happened on that play. Yeah, I can't really tell what the call was. Schumacher must have stepped on his ankle. David Ribbage there, the sophomore, with the left. Oh, actually, he's going to run over it. Harros plays it short to Ribbage. He has a wide open shot and scores the goal. Not great marking by the Cougars. And the Wildcats take the 1-0 lead. Let's see, he runs through and nobody tracks him. Played all the way through to him for an open shot. All right, back to the live action. Back in the center circle. Has some room to play. Nelson takes the strike with his left. And Wingo's there. Sends it all the way back to the middle. All the way over the top. Meningus gets a touch. Back to Ribbage. Schumacher chasing on the far side. Ribbage gets a touch through. Thomas there to clear. Up ahead to Perigin. Blankenship steps in and clears it to Clevenger. Clevenger back to Dole. Up ahead to Clevenger on the run. Nelson tracks back. Over to Nelson at the top. Plays it back to Clevenger. Being defended by Tau. Clevenger trying to set up a shot. Tau right on him. Gets through. Clevenger to the top of the box. Takes the strike. And not enough on it. Wingo is able to scoop it up. Wingo again changes the field. Brandon Schumacher gets in and gets a touch. Over to the far side for Hamlin. Hamlin chips it over the top for Perigin to run to. Perigin's able to keep it in. Blankenship defending. Back across the box. Perigin plays with his left. Clevenger tries the one touch. Cluster in the box. Perigin gets a touch on it. Cleared away by the Wildcats. Dole runs on. Takes the strike with his left. And again, not a clean contact. And Wingo's there to scoop it up. Another big punt by Wingo. Over the top of the first line. Thomas heads it in the air. And Thomas gets called for the foul. It'll be a free kick for the Wildcats. Quick restart. Meningus heads it away. Nito clears it to the near side. Clevenger comes over to track. One down by Tau. Hugh Tau plays it to the near side here for number 35, Preston Driscoll. Being defended by Brandon Schumacher. Driscoll tries to cut it back. Schumacher gets a touch. Played back into the middle. Ribbage gets to the ball. Plays it to Harros. And shot taken off the frame. Goal kick for the Cougars.
Passing up top, boys. Keep passing.
Ball into the middle. Schumacher gets ahead. Up to Clevenger. Clevenger's able to get back to it. All the way up ahead. Hamlin's there. And foul called on Hamlin will be a free kick for the Wildcats. Restart of play. Tau down the line. Brody plays it back into the middle, stolen by Dole. Dole on the ground to Clevenger, has room to turn. Tau comes back to challenge. Clevenger up ahead to Perigin. Blankenship deflects it away. Brody on the ball, plays it heavy with his left and all the way out the end line. Will be a goal kick for the Cougars. .25:10 on the official clock. Perigin gets the first touch, heads it up to Clevenger. Clevenger over the top to Nelson on the run. Nelson into the corner. Plays it high into the air. Dangerous ball. And drifts over Wingo's head out of bounds on the end line. Goal kick for the Wildcats.
Watch it short.
Wingo driving ball into the middle. Good touchdown by Burgos. Gets it to Driscoll. Rhodey down the line for Harros. Justin Boney in the game defending. Across the middle, Brandon Schumacher gets a touch away. Rhodey's back on the ball. Meningus steps in and clears it out the sideline.
Don't give him so much space back there. Come up behind your guys.
And it's a throw-in for the Wildcats. Blankenship tries to get a touch back to Noah Driscoll, but off the mark, and throw in for the Cougars. Perigin there to take the throw. Driscoll heads it into the air. Nelson's there to receive it. Nelson chips Driscoll from behind. Williams on the ball. Clevenger comes in and challenges. Knocked out of bounds. And it'll be a throw-in for the Wildcats.
Hey, win this back, guys. It's going short for 20.
Clevenger and Perigin have switched back. Clevenger back to the center forward position that he's been playing most of the year, and Perigin's gone back to attacking mid. Justin Boney subbed in for Edgar Nito. Ruben Brake subbed in for Kason Hamlin. Driscoll here on the sideline on the near side to take the throw. Plays it back to all the way back to Henson. Jarrett Henson with his left into the middle of the field. A lot of room for Brake to receive. Brake leaves it for Perigin. One touch to Schumacher. Schumacher takes the strike, deflected by Williams. Brake comes in to challenge. Henson wide to Rohde. Thomas comes in on the tackle and deflects it out of play. Throw in for the Wildcats. 22:40 left to play here in the first half. Wildcats leading 1-0. Thrown into the middle of the field. Perigin heads it away. Back to the back line for Henson. Brake comes in to challenge. Henson makes a move, plays it down with his left. Ben Schumacher's there to win it, plays it up to Clevenger. Hudson Clevenger on the ball, tries to cut it back. Tau's there to win it. Deflected off of Brake and out of bounds. Throw in for the Wildcats. Short throw in for the Wildcats. Henson down the line. Bennett Thomas steps up to win it. And knocked out of bounds. Wildcats touched it last. Throw in for the Cougars. Bennett Thomas takes the throw. Drop back to Williams for the Wildcats. Switch of the field. Brandon Schumacher here first. Gets a touch. Can't control it. Still fighting for the position. Schumacher on the near side, shielding. Looking at his options, drops it back to Meningus. Meningus over the top for Clevenger. Good ball over the top as Wingo has to come up, and Williams decides to clear it away to kill the threat. It'll be a corner kick for the Cougars. Ben Schumacher over to take the corner kick. Schumacher right-footed side-spinning ball in. Perigin rises up to get a header on it, but Wingo is able to secure it off the bounce. Wingo lets his team get reset on the far side. Driving ball into the middle. Big bounce. Meningus has to chase back, plays it off his shoulder. And Stewart's able to come up and receive it at the top of the box. Stewart punts it back. There is a decent wind going in the Wildcats' favor. You see that ball kind of got held up by the wind. Back in the middle, Dole gets a touch over. Stolen by Blankenship. Dole back to Perigin. Perigin plays it through to Dole. Dole on the run. Being defended by Preston Driscoll. Back to Nelson. Nelson finds Schumacher on the run, being defended by Burgos. Schumacher looking to set up the shot. Makes one more touch. Back to Clevenger. Rolls through to Nelson. Nelson with a lot of space up top takes the shot, but can't get it on frame over the goal.
Keep it up, boys. Keep it up.
Good patient action by the Cougars at the top, but they just didn't get a clean shot on frame.
Way to go, Green. Come on.
All right, back to the... Oh, actually, we're going to take, because of the heat, they're going to take a break at 19 minutes here. 19:12 on the official clock. We'll get those adjusted to that time. And try to remember to start it when we're back on. Wildcats took the lead on a pretty early goal off that free kick. Some replay action here on the video. Cougars have had probably 6 shots on goal already. Here's the video replay of the goal by the Wildcats. Off the free kick, Ribbage ran through the ball and kept his run, and the Cougars didn't have anyone tracking him. Harris played the ball on the ground to Ribbage and had a wide open shot, one-on-one with the keeper. That's the whistle for the restart. Let's see, what did that end on? We had a goal kick off of Nelson's shot, so it'll be a goal kick restart for the Wildcats as they retake the field. It's definitely a hot day. You can see just 20 minutes in, we've already needed that break. So see how we can come out after that minute-long break for both teams to get a little water. All right, clock's restarted. Wildcats play it to the far side. Still in play on the sideline. Ball up to number 7, Rhodey, and deflected away by Perigin. And throw in for the Wildcats. Back up head, Bennett Thomas gets the steal. Deflected, Perigin plays it wide to break. Henson plays it outside for the Wildcats and goes out of play. Perigin comes down to take the throw. Perigin down the line for break to run under. Henson defending. Plays it out with his left and be a throw-in again for the Cougars. Perigin over to take the throw. Big throw into the box. Clevenger's there, being defended by Tao. Schumacher comes with his left, and then Schumacher can't get it on frame. It'll be a goal kick for the Wildcats' quick restart. Driscoll plays it out to the side. Brandon Schumacher gets a good touch down to Dole. Dole holds up play. Makes a touch across the middle, looking for Perigin on the run. Perigin at the top of the box takes the strike, and Wingo's there to make the diving save. Wingo, good punt again, switching the field. Meningus plays it off of his back. Ben Schumacher comes in to win it. Can't control it as number 11, Burgos, steals. Burgos carrying to the far side, being defended by Brake. Leaves it for Rhodey. Rhodey makes a good touch down the line. Finds Burgos to cut it back in. Chip to the corner for Rhodey. Played across the box. Chase for the ball. Ribbage is there first. Brandon Schumacher defending. Ribbage gets through. Meningus is there. Ribbage makes another touch, and Meningus is able to win it. I'm not sure what the call is. They're saying a penalty kick. All right, penalty kick for the Wildcats. Let's take a look at this play by Meningus. You can see pretty clearly on the video that was not a push-off, but that's the call, and here we go. Penalty kick for Wildcats to take a 2-0 lead, and he converts. All right, 17:05 is the official time on the clock. Oh, let's see. All right, we're back to the restart. Back to Schumacher. The Perigin chipped up to Clevenger. Clevenger sells it down with his chest. Chips it for Perigin on the run. Blankenship gets a touch. Perigin back to the ball. Cuts it back, plays it for Clevenger on the run. Clevenger gets a touch with his left. Takes the shot, deflected. Nelson's there. Nelson takes the shot, and the Cougars answer.
Hey, way to go! Come on, let's go!
2-1 now the score.
Hudson, way to run! Way to run on that! Come on, let's go!
Quick restart for Wildcats. Oh, I gave the score to the wrong one on this one. 2-1.
Just one of you.
Ball to the backside. That's Hinson. Back in the middle for Williams. Williams switching the field to Ribbage. Dole comes over to defend. Ribbage plays it through. Mingus there to clear. Perigin gets a touch over the top of Williams. Perigin on the run, plays this to Nelson. Nelson's able to get to it in the box, and Wingo's able to step up to win it. Wingo top spinning ball. Brandon Schumacher gets a touch ahead for Dole. Dole's able to settle it off with his shoulder. Over to Brake. Brake settles it down with his shoulder. Cleared away by Hinson. Hinson on the ground. Bennett Thomas steps. Ben Schumacher's able to win it. Schumacher over to Dole. Dole in the middle of the field with some room.
Get wide, get wide.
Carrying down the side. Nelson tucks in as Dole continues the run. Dole back to Nelson. Nelson one touch back to Dole. Over the top for Schumacher. Schumacher's able to win the settle. Plays it wide to Perigin. Perigin being defended by Williams. And Williams is able to clear it away on the sideline. Rhodey checks back for the ball. Bennett Thomas defending. Rhodey gets a bridge touch pass. Played into the middle for Harros. Back to Rhodey. Boney defending. And Justin Boney's able to deflect it out on the end line. It'll be a corner kick for the Wildcats.
Come on, boys. Clear it out. Who you got? Who's got 11 on the back post?
Rhodey over there to take the corner kick for the Wildcats. Back spinning ball at the top. Perigin rises up. Nobody gets a touch on it. Dole's able to clear it with his left. Clevenger's there, settles with his chest. Being defended by Hinson. Clevenger able to turn, plays it over the top. Nelson chasing. Nelson's there first on the left side. Plays it across the middle. Perigin tries to settle it down. Nelson tracks back to the ball. No, Driscoll steps in and steals, plays it across the middle. Boney comes up to defend number 2, Harros. Harros is able to win it, plays it to the near side for Ribbage. Brandon Schumacher gets a touch on the ball. Ribbage is able to get back. Ribbage carrying across the middle. Ben Schumacher steps up to play it over to Rhodey. Rhodey takes the shot, deflected by Thomas, into Ribbage at the top. Ribbage makes a move and scores the goal. And the Wildcats have taken a 3-1 lead. .41 on the official clock as the Cougars are looking to restart play. Clevenger to Perigin. Perigin finds Clevenger back to Perigin on the run. Well defended by the Wildcats and stolen back. Ball back to the middle for Ben Schumacher. Schumacher carrying takes the strike. Far post not on frame. And another goal kick for the Wildcats. Wingo there with Williams to take the goal kick. Wingo takes it. Short as Ribbage comes up to play it. Gets it through to number 11, Burgos. Burgos through to Harros. Boney challenges back but can't control it. Harros there one-on-one, and he scores the goal. And it's 4-1. Agranito checking back in the game for the Cougars along with Case and Hamlin. We start a play. Dole plays it back to Meningus. Meningus, high ball in the air. Clevenger's there. Falls to Nelson. Perrigan's on the run. Nelson taking him one-on-one. Gets a touch pass. Nelson carrying into the box. Makes a move. Williams steps in to steal. Williams makes a move back into the middle as Clevenger defends. Played here to the near side for number 14, Realstone. And Clevenger picks up the foul on Realstone. It'll be a free kick for the Wildcats.
Keep your heads, boys. Come on. Right there. Go!
Williams there. Takes the kick, and another goal for the Wildcats.
He's right in front of you, boys.
And just like that, 5-1. All right, restart play, 5-1 the score. Clevenger plays it to Schumacher, back up to Clevenger. One touch to Nelson. Nelson through to Perrigan. Perrigan tries to turn. Perrigan into the box, takes the shot, and can't get it on frame. Wildcats get the goal kick. Restart to Williams. Williams backspinning ball to the near side. Schumacher gets a touch back to Dole. Dole on the ground to Clevenger. Clevenger chips it wide to Nelson, but off the mark and cleared away by Tao. For the Wildcats, will be a throw-in for the Cougars on the near side. Clevenger there to take the throw into Perrigan. Perrigan running across, takes the strike. Deflected by Williams, falls to Hamlin. And corner kick for the Cougars.
Corner. Corner, boys. Call the corner.
Ben Schumacher over to take the corner kick for the Cougars. Clevenger, Nelson on the backside, Perrigan up top, Hamlin over on the backside. Ball's played to Perrigan, he heads it in, and Wingo's there to make the save. Wingo with his left foot punts it high into the air, again switching the field all the way up to Meningus, and good header back to Stewart, who can pick it up. Stewart throws it back to the middle. Doe can't get the touch. Falls to Ribbage in the middle. Perrigan wins the header down. Up to Clevenger. Clevenger turns. Played to Hamlin on the far side. Perrigan makes the run. Hamlin, good ball through to Perrigan with the left, and Perrigan scores the goal.
Come on. Hey, that's easy.
5-2.
Let's go. Come on.
This game is wide open. 7 goals already in the first 30 minutes. Ball played down the line. Brandon Schumacher plays it up to Nelson. Nelson carrying down the line, being defended by Burgos. Stays in play as Tau's there for it. Chipped over the top. Preston Driscoll checks back for it. Down the line to the near side, stolen by Dole. Dole looks at his options. Turns it down the line, finds Nelson. Nelson lets it run, gets a step. Nelson on the run, looking for Clevenger across the middle. Good ball to Clevenger as he chases to it. Clevenger takes a strike. And what a save by Wingo to keep that out of the goal. Corner kick for the Cougars. You see that beautiful ball played across. Quick restart of play, back to the action. Goes all the way across as Hamlin chases and out of bounds. Throw in for the Wildcats on the far side.
Stay pushed up, Jason.
Hinson over to take the throw. Williams there for it. Williams telling him to send it down the line. He gives it to Williams, though, as Clevenger comes on a challenge. Williams is able to win it off of Hamlin's foot out of bounds. And it'll be another throw for the Wildcats in the corner. Williams takes the throw this time down the line. He's able to connect to Harros. Harros drops back to the middle. Played over the top by Blankenship. Meningus steps in and wins it. Thomas with his left, deflected by Rhodey. Back into the middle. Number 14, Realstone, plays it down the line, and Rhodey coming to challenge. Rhodey gets a touch as Thomas is defending. Gets across. Meningus comes in and clears. Hamlin comes back for the ball. Plays it to Thomas. Thomas gets challenged from behind by Rhodey, and a foul called on the Wildcats. Free kick for the Cougars.
Come on, Hud, make a run. Let's go.
Perigin takes the big backspinning ball to the far side. Touched out of bounds by Williams. Another throw for the Cougars. Hamlin's there to take the throw. Quickly into Perigin, running all the way down the line. Perigin still on the ball with space. Carrying across. Makes another touch, tries to poke it through. Still on the ball, takes the strike, and deflected by Wildcats as it falls to Wingo. Wingo, another big punt. Bounces over the first line. Meningus is there, heads it down. Rhodey's there to win it for the Wildcats. Thomas steps in to clear it, but Rhodey's able to stay on. Touch down the line. Rhodey plays it across to his left. Touchdown by Burgos. Burgos takes the shot, and Stewart has to deflect it over. Corner kick for the Cougars. Or, I'm sorry, for the Wildcats.
Mark up, Green. What you got, boys? Come on. Stay with the man. Ball side.
Ribbage there to take the corner kick with his left for the Wildcats. Spinning ball in. Stewart comes up. Is able to grab it. Stewart punts it away. Spinning ball to the right side. Preston Driscoll over there to touch first. Clevenger comes on the challenge. Preston, good touch down the line. Hamlin comes on to challenge. Driscoll plays it across the middle. Perigin gets a touch back to Ben Schumacher. Stolen back by Tau. Rhodey makes a touch back to the middle. Schumacher challenges, where he's able to stay on the ball and find some space. Plays it all the way back to the keeper. Wingo's there to receive. Being challenged, plays it to the side for Hinson. Nelson comes on the challenge, gets a touch. Nelson up ahead. takes the shot, and Wingo's there to make the save. Boy, that looked like a better opportunity than what we converted there. As Nelson had a lot of space. Wingo quickly punts it ahead. Meningus again there. Heads it down. Schumacher forward. Rhodey comes across. Dole gets a touch. Meningus steps in. Dole gets the steal. Dole with space. Plays it to Clevenger. Clevenger one touch to Dole on the run. Dole can't control it. And number 14, Rostone, gets in the deflect. Ball back to Clevenger in the middle. Looking for Hamlin over the top. Hamlin on the run. Williams there to defend. And Hamlin never finds the ball. Wingo is able to grab it. Wingo again punts it away. Side spinning ball to the middle. Touchdown by the Wildcats. Lucas Nangle has subbed in the game for the Cougars and gets the touch. Nato, I believe, cleared it away for a corner kick for the Wildcats. 3 minutes left to play here in the first. And corner kick for the Wildcats. Rhodey over there on the far side to take the corner. Number 5 for Wildcats, Tao, right at the top of the 6-yard box. Ben Schumacher comes over to mark. Rhodey takes the high ball into the box. Touched by number 11, that's Burgos. And Meningus is able to get a knee on it to clear it out. And another corner kick for the Wildcats after a dangerous play. Plays it short this time to Ribbage. Nangle defending. Back to Rhodey. Rhodey across the box. Dole steps in and gets a touch away. Back to Preston Driscoll. Played across by Rillstone. Brandon Schumacher here on the near side. On the ground, plays it to Perigin. Perigin settles, is able to make the turn. Blankenship chasing from behind. Perigin on the run. All the way to the top. Perigin takes on number 13, Hinson. Still on the ball. Finds Hamlin on the run. Hamlin tries to one-touch it with the far foot. And can't get it on frame. And goal kick for the Wildcats.
Watch it wide, Jason, over there.
Goal kick played into the far side. Nangle's able to steal, plays it back to Hamlin. Hamlin looks for an option, deflected off Tao. Hamlin back to the ball, drops it to Nangle. Tough drop though, can't keep it on the ground, and Nangle just has to clear it away. Throw in for the Wildcats. Up top is Rhodey has to head it. Nangle plays it back into the air, out of bounds, and it'll be a throw in for the Wildcats in the attacking third. 45 seconds remaining on the official clock. Throwing down the line. Ball sent in, and Stewart's there to scoop it up. Stewart throws it in on to Perigin on the run. Blankenship defending. Blankenship gets the first touch. Perigin's able to win it. Perigin being defended. Plays it through to Clevenger. Williams there can't get the clean touch. And Clevenger's still on the ball. Has an open goal if he can take the shot. And Wingo's able to win it. And that will do it for the half. So after 40 minutes of play, Wildcats leading 5-2. We'll put 10 minutes on the clock. And we'll take an audio break here and be back for the second half. All right, 40 minutes on the clock, or close to it. And we are ready to restart play. Ball played down the line. Owen Horton in the game now for the Cougars. Horton's able to win it in the corner. Plays it back to Perigin. Perigin lets it run, stolen away by Tao. Played back into the middle. Nito gets a touch. Henson steps and wins the ball back. Back into the middle. Ben Schumacher's there to win it. Schumacher tries to play it through. Ball deflects back to him. Schumacher one touch to Nelson on the run. Stolen by Driscoll. Noah Driscoll. Back to Harros in the middle with some space. He plays it through. Nangle gets a touch back. Perigin's there. Cleared away by Blankenship. Up ahead to Rhodey. Being defended by Nangle. Gets a touch through. Nangle defending. Rhodey gets back to the ball. Meninga steps in. Rhodey sends it across. Touchdown by Ribbage. Gets the strike. And Stewart's there to make the save for the Cougars. Stewart punts it up ahead. Clevenger gets a touchdown with his chest. Perigin's back to the ball. Played down the line for Nelson on the far side. Nelson being defended by Noah Driscoll. He carries across at the top of the box. Slide tackle comes in from Williams, and he's able to make the steal. Down the line and out of bounds on the far side. Throw in for the Cougars. Up to Nelson. Played across. Deflected away. Clevenger's there. Clevenger looking for the runner. Good step by Williams. Ball falls to Schumacher. And Schumacher back to Horton. Deflection as Horton's into the box. Takes the strike, and Wingo's there to make the save. Wingo with a big punt into the middle of the field. Goes over the first line. Meninga's challenge is up ahead to Rhodey. Nangle there. Stewart steps out and is able to win it. Back to the Wildcats' possession. Nangle steps up and wins it again. Dole plays it out. Horton chasing. Hinson gets a touch to the wide side. Rhodey being defended again by Nangle. Rhodey makes the turn. Gets to the nutmeg through Nangle as Harros is there. Harros looking to get to the edge. Dole shields and wins the ball. Plays it out the sideline, actually the end line, and corner kick for the Wildcats.
Goal side of him. Be ready, Owen. Stay right there. Go!
Ball to Ribbage on the short. Drops it to Rhodey. Rhodey makes a cutback. Plays it across the box. Brandon Schumacher there gets a touch away. Tao plays it over to Blankenship. Ben Schumacher steals. Schumacher plays it over the top for Nelson to chase. Wingo comes all the way out, makes the tackle, and ball's loose. Ben Schumacher over to challenge. Able to win the ball, plays it to Nelson. Nelson looking across, plays it back to Perigin in the box. Perigin gets a touch, takes a shot, and sends it over the goal. Goal kick for the Wildcats. All right, restart a play on the goal kick. Williams plays the back spinning ball into the middle. Schumacher gets a touch. Carrying down the far side, being defended by Preston Driscoll, gets it to Nelson. Nelson back heel to Schumacher. Driscoll's able to win it. Through as Brandon Schumacher steps. Ribbage plays the through ball. Good ball to Harros. And into the box, Meninga still defending, and Harris is able to get there for the goal. Six to 2 is the score. Some subs coming in the game for the Wildcats. As the Cougars restart play, ball played up to Horton. Over to Clevenger. Clevenger on the run. Into the top of the box, being defended by Williams. Clevenger with his left foot, and he can't get it on frame. Goal kick again for the Wildcats. Quick restart by the Wildcats over to the far side. Down the line and out of play. On the touchline, throw in for the Cougars. Nelson takes the throw in quickly to Perigin. Perigin into the top, takes the shot, and can't get it on frame again. Goal kick for the Wildcats. So it doesn't seem to be for a lack of opportunities. The Cougars are getting a lot of shots in the final third, just not a lot of dangerous shots on frame. Williams takes the goal kick on the ground. Burgos gets the first touch, stolen by Perigin. Clevenger one touch to Perigin. Perigin takes the shot, and Wingo's there to make the save. Wingo top spinning ball back to the middle. Dole one touch down. Perigin's there to connect. Finds Nelson. Nelson looking to play the through. Touches it wide, plays it back to Perigin at the top. Perigin tries to turn. Playing a chip defending. Perigin still on the ball. Plays it across to the far side for Horton.
Be an option, Hud. Be an option.
Horton chasing to the corner. Drops it back over the top. Nato comes in and steals. Gets it back to Perigin. Perigin still on the ball. Makes a move. Gets into the box. Perigin setting up the shot. Plays it across for Clevenger. Header in the air. Still loose. Clevenger tries a bicycle kick. Ball's loose. Horton comes back.
Stay with him. Stay with him.
Tao plays it out with his left. Dole gets a touch with his knee, but goes back.
Line.
Nangle. Meningus comes in on the challenge. Cleared away. Preston Driscoll settles it with his chest. Nato steps in and steals. Driscoll wins it back. Plays it ahead. Ben Schumacher gets a touch to settle it down. Schumacher on the run. Driscoll chasing from behind. Schumacher gets another touch. Setting up the shot. Takes the strike and sends it over the goal.
Good work. Good work, Ben. You got to keep it up, dude. Come on. Come on, guys.
And another goal kick for the Wildcats. 32-40 left to play. Six to 2 the score. Williams driving ball in. Schumacher is able to win it. Plays it with his left back to Nelson. Nelson back to Schumacher on the run. Then Schumacher into the box. Slide tackle by Williams. And the ball's still in play. Harris has the ball, plays it down the line on the far side. Ribbage there for the ball, but it goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw for the Cougars. Meningus there to take the throw. Perigin heads it forward. Slide tackle in by Harris to clear it away. Throw in for the Cougars. Perigin to Nelson on the run. Williams defending. Nelson gets a touch over the top, but goes out the end line. And goal kick again for the Wildcats.
Stay in there, Owen.
Williams backspinning ball into the middle. Wind holds it up. Perigin there first, heads it down. Tao gets the touch for the Wildcats. Plays it over to the near side for Rhodey. Rhodey lets it run. Nangle defending.
Again, Lucas, again.
Burgess tracks back, stays in on the sideline. Rhodey defending. Nangle still working hard. Gets the ball, and Rhodey gets it back. Play it up to the top. Ball's loose. Falls to Horton. Horton on the near side plays it through. Touched by number 13, Hinson, and out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Cougars. Horton there to take the throw. Short to Clevenger. Clevenger turns. Plays it down the line for Perigin. Perigin back to Clevenger on the run. Ball's deflected. Schumacher chases back, is able to get to it. Then Schumacher back into the middle, plays it to Clevenger. Clevenger takes the strike, and Wingo in good position to make the save. Side spinning ball. Then Brandon Schumacher gets a good touchdown. Plays it up to Nelson. Nelson on the run, gets by Driscoll. Still on the ball. Tries to chip it back, deflected by Driscoll. Nelson still there. Drops it to Clevenger. Clevenger gets a touch in. Noah Driscoll's able to clear it. All the way up to Burgos. Nato comes in to win it. Gets the turn. Nato challenging, still on the ball. Takes the three-toe and can't get it on frame. Goal kick for the Wildcats. Wildcats are subbing out Blankenship as Preston Driscoll comes back in the game for the Wildcats. Restart a play on the goal kick. 29 minutes left here in the second half. Low ball in. Nelson gets a touch, and Williams clears it away. It'll be a throw for the Cougars on the far side. Throw in by Brandon Schumacher down the line to Perigin. Michael Perigin cuts it across, still on the ball. Tries to get through Tao. Tao deflects it. Perigin gets back to the ball, leaves it for Clevenger at the top. Clevenger setting up some action. Takes the shot with his left, and Wingo's there to make the save. Wingo, high ball. Win holding it up. Nato's there. Ball bounces in the center circle. Nato's able to bicycle kick it forward to Clevenger. Clevenger running, looking for someone to make the run for him. Plays it over the top. Nelson there. Gets a header off the crossbar. And out of bounds on the end line. Goal kick for the Wildcats. Really good opportunity there for the Cougars, but can't convert, and goal kick back into play for the Wildcats. And that's number 11, Burgos on the ball for the Wildcats, played to the far side for Ribbage. David Ribbage cuts it back into the middle. Brandon Schumacher steps up to play it, and Angle wins the ball. Back into the middle as Horton comes on. Won by Harros. Nato on the ground is able to win it back. Rhodey, or number 14, Realstone challenges back. Over to Rhodey. Realstone on the edge. Horton comes back to win it. Leaves it for Nato. Nato chips it over the top for Horton to come on. Horton gets a touch with his chest.
That's us. It's off his chest.
And Harros.
It's off his chest right there.
And ball out to
Ball out of bounds. I'm not talking to your player. I'm talking to the ref.
throw in for the Wildcats on the restart after the sub. Down the line, Dole heads it away. Up in the air by Driscoll. Dole wins it back down to Nato. Nato looking to get to the edge.
Oh, that's soccer. That's good soccer.
Free kick for the Cougars is the call. Perigin takes the kick over the top, and Wynn helps it out of bounds. Goal kick for the Wildcats. .45 left to play. Ball back into play for the Wildcats. Into the middle. Perigin gets a touch up to Clevenger. Clevenger to Schumacher. Ribbage comes in to clear it. Rhodey all the way back to win it. Perigin challenging. Rhodey clears it away to the far side. Brandon Schumacher there. Gets a touchdown. He's able to turn. Schumacher on the ground, has space. Perigin on the run. Perigin attacking into the box. Takes the shot and deflected down. Perigin back to the ball. Looking to get to the end line. Across the box. Blankenship clears. Clevenger is at the top. Clevenger sets up the shot. Far post. Williams deflects. Ben Schumacher takes the shot. Deflected again. Nelson back to it. Takes the shot. And still in play. Finally out. Goal kick again for the Wildcats.
Hey, keep it up, boys. Lots of time. Hey, they're tired. They're on their heels. Let's go.
Sub at the line for the Wildcats. They're going to restart play. Williams back spinning ball into the middle. Dole steps up, gets a touch forward. Preston Driscoll plays it up ahead. Nangle comes in, gets clawed by Harros. No call. It's Nangle for the Cougars.
Green ball. Let's go. Come up here. Gavin, come on.
Dole there to take the throw in for the Cougars. Gavin Dole, senior captain, into Clevenger. Blankenship defending. Clevenger plays it on the switch over to Nelson, being defended by Noah Driscoll. Clevenger grabs him and gets called for the foul. I'm sorry, Nelson grabs him, gets called for the foul. Be a free kick for the Wildcats.
Good call, ref. Here we go, Green, win a ball.
Williams driving ball in. Goes through. Meningus goes for the touch. Now shielding. Harros challenging. Slide tackle comes in. He's able to keep it in play. Harros plays it over the top. Back spinning ball. Stewart's there and is able to grab it out of the air.
Hey,
Quick throw out to Horton on the near side. Hinson steps up to challenge. Horton tries to play it over the top, but out of bounds on the near side. Throw in for the Wildcats.
There you go.
Back into play. Clevenger's able to win it. Tries to play it down the line. One back by Blankenship. Back on the ground. Perigin runs on. Blankenship clears it to Rhodey. Rhodey looking to switch. Nangle defending. Nangle's able to get a touch away to deflect. Dole's back to the ball. Rhodey wins it back. Plays it across the middle. Shot taken, and Stewart makes the nice save. Corner kick for the Wildcats. That was number 9, David Ribbage, on the shot. Ribbage over to take the corner kick for the Wildcats. Ball in. Meningus steps, is able to win it. Ball cleared away to Horton. Horton on the run. Noah Driscoll steals, plays it down the line. Perigin gets a touch. Fighting for possession. Perigin's able to win it. Being defended by number 1. Perigin making the run down the line. That's number 1, Roark. Ball up ahead to Schumacher. Then Schumacher carrying across. Plays it through to Clevenger. Clevenger, good touch back to Schumacher. Schumacher fakes the shot. Back to his left. Takes it near post. Wingo deflects. Still loose. And Wingo's able to get back to it for the save.
Hey, good look. Good look, Ben.
20 minutes left to play. Ball high into the air, held up by the wind. Dole steps up. Harris there to challenge. Gets a touch over Rourke. Dole comes in to challenge, gets a deflection. Ball goes to Perigin. Perigin plays it through to Nelson. Nelson chips it to Clevenger. No, Driscoll's able to win it and clear. Brandon Schumacher steps up, plays it to Ben. Ben being defended by Ribbage, plays it through to Perigin. Preston Driscoll's able to win it. Perigin wins it back. One back by Blankenship and cleared away. All the way up to Harris. First to touch. Dole defending. Harris gets a touch down the line. And Dole gets a touch to clear it to the sideline. Still in play. And timeout called for... The ball's still on the line. Drink break. Timeout called. 6-2 the score. Yeah, now it is. They moved it. Yeah. All right, teams retaking the field. We'll have to see what they're calling for the throw-in. Throw-in looks like it's going to be for the Wildcats. All right, we're back to the action. Ball into play. Meninga steps up, heads it away. Grayson Crumrine in the game for the Cougars. Stolen by Perigin. Perigin making the run. Tau defending. Perigin gets a touch back to the middle and cleared away by Tau. Blankenship clears it back into the middle of the field, and Schumacher there to get a touch. Schumacher carries ahead. Schumacher on the run. Number 17, Mendoza comes in. David Ribbage with some space in the midfield for the Wildcats. Plays it through, and Meningas is there to clear for the Cougars. Bouncing ball as Perigin and Driscoll come on. Noah Driscoll clears it, but off the mark as Horton comes in. Noah Driscoll tracks back and clears it out the sideline, and it will be a throw-in for the Cougars in the attacking third. Perigin looks to be coming over to take it. Ruben Brake also in the game for the Cougars. There to the box. Tau's there to get the first touch. Schumacher fighting for it. Tau clears. Blankenship to the far side. Ruben Brake there. Brake plays it on the ground to Brandon Schumacher. Schumacher makes a good touch down the line. Plays it across to his left. To his brother Ben. Ben looking to turn. Takes the shot. Tau's there to defend. Played up ahead to Ribbage with a lot of space. Good through ball. Meningas is there. Meningas able to clear it to the far side, or to the near side. And it's still in play. Dole comes up to win it. Dole has room. On the run. Burgos able to challenge him for the ball. Dole plays it over to Ben Schumacher. Up ahead to Perigin, but too heavy. And Williams steals. All the way up to the other side. Brandon Schumacher there. Gets a touch wide, but out of bounds. And throwing for the Wildcats, subs coming in the game. William Nelson subbing back in as Ruben Brake comes out. Number 4, Rylan Holman subbing in on the far side for the Wildcats. Rourke throws it in for the Wildcats. Over to Ribbage. Finds Tau, gets a touch to the sideline. Tau back into the middle. Dole steps to win it, gets it to Ben Schumacher to clear. All the way up to Nelson. Nelson makes the one touch back to Perigin. But in the air, Perigin has to track back for it. Perigin makes a good touch and deflected away by Preston Driscoll, throwing for the Cougars. Perigin throwing down the line to Nelson. Nelson gets a touch up into the air. Makes the move on Holman. Holman still defending in front. Nelson gets through the first challenge. Perigin comes onto the ball, tries to turn. Ball's loose. Perigin back to it. Congestion in the box. Ben Schumacher steals it. Back to Clevenger. Clevenger looking to set up a shot. Far post. And great save by Wingo. Corner kick for the Cougars. That was one of the best strikes of the day for Clevenger. Take a look at that on replay. As Clevenger got space, sent that ball through a pocket. Wingo, good read to clear it away. Ben Schumacher tracking over to get to the ball to take the corner kick for the Cougars. Schumacher side spinning ball in. First touched by Burgos. Nelson on the follow. Ball still loose. Williams tries to clear. And Clevenger comes in and tackles Tau on gets the foul. Free kick for the Wildcats.
Hey. Look at 5 in the middle. He's wide open.
Williams plays the ball to the far side for Rourke. Boney's able to steal, gets it up to Ben Schumacher on the far side. Rourke challenges back. Schumacher gets a touch ahead. Still on the ball, gets to the box, makes a move across. Schumacher trying to set up a shot and loses his feet. Boney wins it back. Clevenger plays it through, deflected away. Stolen by Ribbage. Nelson chasing back. Gets it up to Mendoza. Mendoza chips it over the top. Meningus there heads it wide for Braden Schumacher to chase. Rorick gets a touch, being defended by Schumacher. Back in the middle, Meningus steps and gets a touch and is able to clear it up ahead. Preston Driscoll wins it down, but Nelson's there to steal. Nelson down the line for Perigin on the run. Perigin being defended by Driscoll. Perigin slows up play. Makes the run in. Williams steps in and wins the ball. Has some space. Nelson comes on the challenge. Nelson wins it back. Rourke there to steal. Nelson still wins it. Nelson makes a move, sends it across, deflected away by the Wildcats, and that'll be a corner kick for the Cougars.
Come on, boys, let's get it. Let's go.
Ben Schumacher there to take the corner. Low ball in. Williams heads it away. Nelson comes in on the tackle, wins the ball. Nelson in the box, takes the shot, and Wingo makes the save. Another corner kick for the Cougars. That looked like that was going in off the deflection, but Wingo got enough on it to send it off the frame. All right, Michael Perigin over. Actually, clock's still running. Liam Nelson down. Okay, they're stopping the clock now. William Nelson down after that shot. 12:06 on the official clock. We'll wait for the restart. Ruben breaks someone back in for Nelson. Clock is wound. Perigin sends the ball in. Backside. Schumacher gets a touch, but not enough on it, and Wingo's able to scoop it up. Ball punted back to the middle of the field. Lands down. Dole tries to play it away. Gets it to Boney. Boney plays it across the field. Horton chases back for it. Cleared away by number 4, Holman. Then Schumacher wins it. Schumacher plays it through for Clevenger, but too heavy. And that will go out the end line. Goal kick again for the Wildcats.
Hey, keep it up, guys. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Get another one. Come on.
Wingo restarts play to the far side. That's Hillman. Back in the middle, Ben Schumacher steals. Gets it to Clevenger. Back to Schumacher. Clevenger over to Perigin. Perigin setting up a shot. Good strike. Wingo's there to make another save. Hillman tries to clear. Ben Schumacher gets the ball back. Goes end line across. And another save by Wingo. Top spinning ball back to the middle. Harris gets the touch ahead. Dole's able to win it back. Plays it on the ground into the middle. Harris is there to steal. Takes the shot and goes over the goal. Goal kick for the Cougars.
Hey, you got to get one on this goalie. Come on, dude. Let's go.
Gavin Dole there to take the goal kick for the Cougars. Under 10 minutes to play here in the varsity game. Dole backspinning ball into the middle of the field. Ball bounces. Tao gets the bicycle kick back over to Preston Driscoll. Break heads it back into the middle, won by Tao. On the ground to Ribbage. Carried across. Crumrine and Rhodey back for the ball. Ribbage sends it in. Dole's there to steal. Plays it back right to Ribbage, though. Over the top for Harros. Meningus is able to clear again. Crumrine and Rhodey challenge. Crumrine heads it away. Rode challenging into the corner. Horton comes in to help. Rhodes sends it in.
We'll take a foul there, ref.
And goal kick is the call. Blankenship subs out of the game as Noah Driscoll subs back in for the Wildcats. Dole takes the goal kick over to the near side. Headed away by Holman and out of play on the touchline. Throwing for the Cougars. Grayson Crumrine there to take the throw. Plays it to Clevenger. Clevenger tries to win it down with his chest. Tao's there to steal. Played back to Noah Driscoll as Horton chases. Play it across. Break steals. Break back to Perigin. Perigin through to Ben Schumacher.
Wide.
Schumacher finds Horton. Horton chasing. Williams is there, gets a touch to turn. Break comes up to challenge. Played down the line for Ribbage. Brandon Schumacher's there to defend. Ribbage is able to win it. Meningus steps in. Ribbage plays it over the top. And Stewart's in the box, able to grab it. Stewart throws it out all the way up to Clevenger at midfield. Clevenger tries to flick it over the top. Holman's there to head it away. Clevenger comes in for the tackle. Noah Driscoll wins it up to Rhodey. Dole deflects. Back to Perigin.
You're good.
Perigin down the line for
7 minutes.
Horton to chase. Williams makes a move to the sideline. Perigin deflects. Stays in play as Horton chases. Owen Horton to the corner. Williams gets back to it. Back into the middle for Noah Driscoll. Driscoll one touch wide. Nobody to connect and throwing for the Cougars. 7 minutes to play.
There you go. Make a run, man. Go. Over six. Go. Oh, geez.
Okay, you're going to stop the clock here. Injury timeout. .6:42 on the official clock.
Get off the field. There you go, buddy.
All right, looks like we are frozen on our screen. Let me see if I can fix that.
Let's go. 6 minutes.
All right, restart a play. Into the middle, breaks there, gets a touch. Wingo's there to scoop it up in the box. Ball punted away back to the middle of the field. Carmine and Dole step up. One down. Carmine challenging for the ball. Back into play. Perigin plays it over the top. Hamlin gets a touch to keep it in, but can't control it. And goal kick again for the Wildcats. All right, Wingo restarts play. Back in the middle of the field. Perigin heads it up to Clevenger. Clevenger looking to turn. Plays it through to Perigin. Gets a touch in the box. Plays it across for Ben Schumacher too far ahead. Rorick comes back as break challenges. Ruben Brake wins the ball. Gets it back to Ben Schumacher. Plays it through to Perigin. Perigin trying to turn. Clevenger comes on the follow. Makes a fake. Sets up the shot. And sends it over the goal. Goal kick for the Wildcats.
5 minutes, let's go.
Clock stopped on the substitution.
Feels good, doesn't it, Bo?
I was praising you over here right before that happened, but I just want you to know I said you are doing such a good job. And you did that.
Williams restarts play. Boney clears it away. Over to Brake. Good touch up ahead to Clevenger. Challenge with Blankenship. Blankenship's able to win the ball. Played down the line. Brandon Schumacher chases back for it. Looks at his options. And plays it off for Rorick for the throw-in for the Cougars. Ball up ahead. Brake gets it, plays it back to the middle for Clevenger. Wins it down with his chest. Over to Ben Schumacher. Actually, Clevenger stays on it.
Down, Cason.
Gets it up to Perigin. Perigin into the box. Noah Driscoll wins it out of the air. Clevenger deflects. Back to Preston Driscoll. Played on the ground. Schumacher and Mendoza challenge. Schumacher wins it to Clevenger. Clevenger chips it over the top. Headed away by Blankenship. Back to Clevenger. Clevenger makes a run into the box with his left and scores the goal. And the Cougars score the third goal of the game, 6-3.
Come on, guys. Hey, one more. Let's go. One more. Hurry up. Let's go. Hey, Wings, watch him kick this out of bounds.
Hey, that's all good, hon. That's all good. Good job, babe.
Grayson, watch him kick the ball out of bounds over here. Get back.
Williams going to take the restart for the Wildcats. Over to Crumrine. Crumrine wide to Hamlin. Hamlin lets it run. Noah Driscoll gets a touch back. Perigin deflects off of Driscoll, and it'll be a throw for the Cougars.
Now go.
Perigin takes the throw. Up ahead. Gets it over the top for Clevenger. Clevenger heads it into the box. And Clevenger and Williams collided heads. Cleared away by Driscoll. Good touch back by Tao. Mendoza gets a touch. Out of bounds on Crumrine.
Chill out, bro. Chill. Nobody's talking to you.
Clock. Clevenger pleading his case as he won the header and Williams hit into Clevenger's head. Ball into the corner, Preston Driscoll. Hamlin comes in to win it.
Lots of hands.
And free kick for the Cougars. Perigin plays it over the top. Hamlin chasing. Cleared out of bounds by Harros.
Way to go. Keep going.
It'll be a throw-in for the Cougars. 2 minutes left. Clevenger takes the throw in. Cleared away, but right back to Clevenger. He's able to win it down. Clevenger outside the box, sends it across. Dangerous ball, breaks there. Gets taken out by the keeper. Boney on the follow, and he scores the goal. And 1:12 left in the game. Cougars 6-4. Cougars down by 2.
Hey, one more. Let's go. Hey, we got a minute. Same thing, Grayson. There you go. Good job.
Harros plays it out of bounds on the far side. Schumacher goes over to take the throw.
1 minute.
Big throw in down the line. Gets to Perigin. Cleared away by the Wildcats. Back to Brandon Schumacher. Looking at his options. Plays it over the top for Clevenger. Headed up in the air by Harros. Perigin comes on. Able to win it down. Back to Boney.
Get wide, Casey. Get wide.
Boney switches the field over to Hamlin. Deflected by number 15 for the Wildcats. Stolen by Crumrine. Down the line for Perigin. Driscoll plays it out of play on the touchline. Throwing for the Cougars. 20 seconds left to play. Perigin into Clevenger. Clevenger carrying across. Looking at his options. 10 seconds to play. Finds Perigin. Back to Clevenger. With his left. Makes another move into the box. Far post. And with 1 second left, the Cougars have made it a 6-5 game.
That's the way to fight, Green.
All right, so the restart of the game will end it. And that's the horn. Cougars come back to make it a 1-goal game. 6-5, the final. All right, we'll take a 10-minute break here, and we have a JV half upcoming. We'll reset the scoreboard, and my battery pack has exhausted all I have on my video, but my iPad still has enough, I think, to get the JV game in. So we'll keep running with that. Take an audio break here and be back. Okay, so back on to let you guys know that apparently there's no way to communicate that we're not going to have a JV game until the varsity game is done. So there is no JV game tonight. We are done for the night. We'll be back here, I guess, Monday. We'll be doing a broadcast in Parsons. Big week next week. They have a game Monday at Parsons, Tuesday at Pittsburgh, and then Friday we'll head to Lakeway and then play again on Saturday morning. So big week next week. Thank you all for tuning in. Catch you next time.